Welcome to this GoBright functional configuration video covering profiles for meeting rooms. When setting up your GoBright portal, then your meeting rooms might want to have different characteristics associated to them. Therefore, you can create different room profiles depending on how you want those meeting rooms to behave. If we go into settings and we come down to meet, we've then got our profiles on the left hand margin. We have a default one which is profile for rooms, so we're going to add another profile. From there we could give it a name up at the top, and we can then have several tick boxes to decide how we want this room profile to work for us. If you're a multinational company and you want your language to be slightly different from the general settings, then you can deselect the inherit from relation and you can choose a different language. So if you wanted French, for instance. You've then got a choice of whether you want to stop an extended booking allowed for the managers. There are other options in there, but say staying with the organiser and booking managers is ideal. And the same for deleting bookings. So if someone was away on long-term sick, for instance, then the booking managers would be able to delete bookings going forward. You've got a choice of whether the room is bookable or non-bookable. If the room needs approval or doesn't need approval. One of the important ones is the no-show detection. The facilities team, to maximise occupancy, would need meetings to be cancelled, for instance, if people hadn't turned up to those meeting rooms. So if we have the no-show detection ticked, then we have a confirmation window so we can check in so many minutes before our meeting was due to start. But importantly, if we hadn't checked out after a certain time, and at the moment that's set for 20 minutes, we could change that to 30 minutes if we wanted to, then the room would be released again for open booking. How you want that detection to actually take place and for the user to actually confirm their booking, it depends on what we have ticked below. So we could be having it on a room display, which is probably the most common, and we'll have that. And we could have it by an occupancy sensor, for instance, if the room has the occupancy sensor set up. You can also do it by the portal or app. The downside to that is, as we can read on the little information box that comes up, is that people don't have to be there to actually then confirm that booking in the room. So if you're looking for accurate facility data, then that's probably not worth having ticked. If you've got the integration with Teams, then if we're creating a meeting room booking, then our profile can automatically enable the Teams meeting as well. But please be aware that would need to be set as an integration as part of the configuration of the GoBright portal. Down below we've mentioned about the authentication on room panels of actually selecting our booking and confirming the booking. So that has three methods. It can be anonymous, it can be by PIN code, and it can be by NFC if you're using compatible NFC cards. If you choose anonymous, then as with the portal check-in or app check-in, then the data does become anonymous, and so your accuracy as to who's using the rooms has been lost. So if you want to use PIN code, the users can use their PIN code. They control that PIN code as well, so it's not a burden as far as the facilities team is concerned. And I say if you had compatible NFC cards, then we could be selecting an NFC. You can have quick booking suggestions. These are the booking suggestions that would come up on a room panel, or when you're actually booking a room through the portal, then you'd have some set durations. For instance, say if we wanted it to be another duration, we might want that to be 45 minutes, then we can change that to 45. So we could have as many of these quick suggestions as we wanted to. You've also can set the opening hours of the office. That's important because if we're setting and searching for a room, then certain users can be banned from actually having access to the office after opening hours, and so it can be a restriction that's put in that relates to the opening hours. So it's really important to consider the profiles of our meeting rooms and how we want the meeting rooms to behave for us, and those considerations that we've just run through. Thank you for watching this GoBright functional support video. If further support is required, please go to our website gobright.com and visit our help centre.